All right, so this is a Ready Set Escargot here at Brickworld 2016. The idea came last year, actually, while we were setting up last year's display. Tim Liddy, who is also Captain Nemo online, was walking around and saw something he considered random. And so as a joke, he said, well, why don't we just do something like two random things together, like castles on snails? And a few hours later, that's what we were doing. We just made joke after joke. It turned into a race. And we added giant butterflies and cloud people. And so we ran with that. And pretty much every joke we made last year at the convention is somewhere here in this layout. I designed the snail, which we won for over there, Best Creature. So I sent out the LDD file, and everybody built the same snail in a different color scheme.
That's a super cool, so yeah, that's a great way of getting everyone on the same page, literally the exact same page. Yeah. So just send out the LDD file.
Yeah, it helped us be cohesive for sure, and so it helped. The group really gelled on this. Everyone liked the humor of it. Everyone liked the design of it, and so everyone contributed their own castle. We had Cop Mike contribute a lot of silk screened elements that he got from a friend of his who has a silk screen printer. So we got some original elements like the Jumbotron.
Silk screened elements?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how he does it, but I think it's amazing. I think we're really fortunate to have that as a resource.
That is crazy. So Lego elements can be printed on with that UV printer, with they can pad printed, but apparently they can be silk screen printed as well.
Oh, absolutely.
That's awesome. So maybe we'll go. Would you want to go snail to snail and just give a little bit about each? That'd be seems like a cool idea to me. Absolutely. And then we can finish with talking about the inside a little bit more, or you can kind of talk about the in between.
So as we're standing here at the end, I can just give you a real quick rundown on the interior. We have Pete Strieg and I did the buildings. Pete did the mosque over there, which was nominated for best building. I did the stadium over here. One of our staff members on Eurobricks, Bob DeQuatre, designed the stands, and I did the Shell Village. Simon Liu did the Snail School, and then a number of our members, Cecilia, Crystal, Vincent Kessels, did our butterflies and the butterfly people, and Gary Conley, Cornelius Murdoch online, did the flying airship, which runs underneath the train tracks suspended from our sophisticated shelving system here.
It is pretty amazing to look at. Who came up with this, and how did they kind of arrive at this elegant solution?
I came up with the solution after seeing someone in NALTC, the Northern Illinois Lego Train Club, do something similar with spaceships. They just had the slats and the brackets, and I just took it a little bit further by putting actual shelves up. We did it last year for our sci-fi collab. We had the ships hanging from it. So this year we tried to hang a building from it. We ended up going with threaded rod. And it's just a little bit of practice for maybe doing a little bit more suspension in the future.
It's totally crazy, though. That's awesome. And so, this snail?
Yes, this is Pete Strieg's snail. He's Rocks Your Blocks online. This is the Snail of Justice. You can see several things in there. We have the sword, we have the scales. And this is a pumpkin spice snail. That's why it looks like it's made of toffee with the dark orange. And he has a pumpkin faction. Two little baby snails here, some headless sentries. They're holding their heads in their hands, their little pumpkin heads.
Super, super elegant. I like it. And this looks like an ode to Ye Old Yellow Castle?
Oh, yes. This is Cop Mike's snail. Cop Mike's from Stockholm. He's actually a Swedish dignitary guard there. And this is the ode to the Yellow Castle, one of his favorite sets.
That's awesome.
And of course, here's the sig fig here, the Fabuland police officer.
Now, a lot of these people are flying in from all parts of the world, all parts of the country. Do you guys talk about amongst yourselves as you're playing these how to transport this stuff through international baggage handlers and all kinds of evil stuff like that?
Yes, very much so. That all has to go into the planning. I will say that is one of the things that we're, I guess, proud of is when they ask who is here at Brickworld from a country other than the United States. A good portion of our group stands up, and a good portion of the people standing up are in our group. So we do like that we are an international group, and we have international contributions. And but we purposely designed it so it would be modular. So the sides of the shells come off the front and back. There's just like a little grid inside, and so it's easier to pack into a suitcase. Totally. This right here is one of our slime carts that Fred Chunky contributed, and he won the best sea vessel this year. He brought like 8 ships. He's an amazing shipbuilder.
That's awesome.
This is our fiercely girly castle, Crystal. Online, she's Crystal. Brought this in from Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is just amazing. Oh my gosh. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful build. I love the coloration and the peppering of pinks and purples. And
This stopped a lot of people in their tracks. This got a lot of attention this weekend. People really enjoyed it. And I like the her salt licorice bait for the snail.
donkey and the carrot, snail and the licorice.
Yep. This here's mine. I had a giant trolls. This was a joke that we came up with last year in our space layout. We had giant trolls with top hats on, and so we moved on to the castle idea. I had to stick with giant trolls. They're being attacked by an ostrich faction that is snailless. They're independent, and they're getting involved in the race here. The motivation for moving is the drummer over here. He keeps a rhythm, and that makes the snail move forward.
The randomness is titillating.
Yeah, we do tend to absurdism, which is something we enjoy. Oh, look, a hidden Mickey.
Very cool. Oh, and all the way out. Oh, very cool, very cool. And moving on down.
This is Ben Haugers. He's Z Cerberus online. He's a castle builder extraordinaire. He's extremely talented. This, of course, has power functions in it. It has every piece a castle would. Highly skilled. We got a little dangling carrot up here.
Awesome, awesome.
Catapult actually works. He had it. It didn't fire very accurately, but when we first started it up, we had a little fun shooting some catapults out and testing out his expertise on power functions.
That's awesome. And then coming on down, is this really?
Oh, it fired.
Oh, it does.
There he is. Oh, yay. He made it fire. That's awesome.
And there she blows. And the builders right there, they're awesome. Power functions, baby. That's awesome.
There's the man, the myth, the legend, the genius.
Sweet. Is this Sam Blue?
That is Sam Blue. And this is Tim Liddy. Again, this is Captain Nemo, the guy who conceptualized the entire idea with one joke. And this is my favorite. I love the detail that went into this. I love the dark blue tree. It's really creative. It is par for the course for Tim. Tim's a genius. And this is another great example of why he's such a good builder.
And it's really amazing seeing Tim's builds at Brickworld over the years and just the evolution. And it's just somehow he just brings better stuff every single year.
And you call it an evolution because he started out here a little bit younger, and then we see better and better builds every year. But he was inspiring to everyone from the beginning. I don't even know how young he was when he first got here, but it's always just set people off into new ways they can think, new ways they can create. He's a great member of the community because he's always been inspiring to other people.
Definitely.
Here we have Gary Conley's castle. He's Cornelius Murdoch. This is our classic castle. The power functions are off right now, but all the people come in and out of the doors. And Gary also did our spaceship. The flying airship, the Ruxpin.
Very cool, very cool.
I guess our battery boxes need to be reset.
And it's suspended from a train track, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was the first thing we did when we got here to set up, because we knew that would take the longest, since we've never seen it done before. We've certainly never done it ourselves. So we made sure that we had that going before we got anything underneath it, of course.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. And then this is a snail that does not have a tan or a dark tan shell.
Oh, true. This is Cecilia. She's from Norway. She does amazing buildings. She has kind of an Eastern influence on a lot of her builds, but in my opinion, this is off the hook. I love how she achieved those roofs and her weapon against the other snails, because it's not just a race. It is a snail derby, so they are attacking each other. Her weapons are the elemental dragons. Yeah.
And it's such a subtle build, but it's so effective.
Yeah, and that's a good way to describe all of her builds. She has a real sophistication. She's a very elegant builder. I think we're very lucky to have her as part of our group.
You have an amazing assortment of individuals contributing to this. It really is kind of staggering, honestly.
We're very lucky. Speaking of being lucky for contribution, we have Marco Den Besten here. He's Ecclesiastes online. And this is the Snailins Creed.
I like how it's like different towers, kind of all. That's very cool.
Yeah, this is based off Assassin's Creed, and the way they jump on from the rafter or the Yeah, I forgot the name of them, but so this is one of my favorite things in the layout is that they are all jumping.
Oh, from the side of the ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I see all those exposed studs. It's nice to see them used like that. Yeah.
Here's a little close-up of the snail school. There's the snails in training. One of my favorite figures in here is the bald, bearded trainer. It's just such a great character. You can just imagine an entire life from him making a living as a snail instructor. And then we have some sabotage here. Someone who doesn't want the baby snails to graduate.
One heck of a career.
A little dark. This is Get the Monkey Snail. This is a shark faction, and they are shooting salt shakers at people.
Oh my gosh. It really is absurdism, yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
We are proud of our absurdism. And that completes the tour of our race. That's all. You met all the snails.
All the snails. Mark, it is absolutely staggering what you guys have done here. Thank you for your time, and thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I really appreciate it. This was fun.
Awesome.